crying. Indy's crying. Indy's such a retard. I hate doing commentaries a second time. Here I am. Because I didn't even fucking start recording. You fucking dumbass. God. Oh. Fuck. Well. Hello, guys. It's Indy. We're here to talk about what I just talked about 2 minutes ago. And gonna try to say it all again. But, here we are. I did my best player in ZAM video, whatever, a couple weeks ago. Then someone once said, you should do a video on the worst player in ZAM. And I thought nothing of it. But then the other night I was losing sleep over Black Ops 3. Thinking about what ZAM might be like. It might not be like, I don't know. In Black Ops 3. If you want me to make a video on that, maybe I will. Thoughts about that shit. But, and I thought, well, who is the worst player in ZAM? I mean, obviously it's Dusty, but that wouldn't be fair to judge him. So I thought a little more, went through a couple people, but when it really came down to it, the worst player in ZAM, and some of you might know, is NNBC 22 or 21, depending on how old he is. He acted like such a fucking kid. People called him a kid. And he had to defend himself. He get so defensive because he was 21 years old. He's got a picture of his big stupid face on Steam, and he says, "That's me. Look, I'm 21." And I didn't realize that's what the 21 or 22 in his name stood for until I just went through all his past aliases, and it said NNBC hashtag 21 years old. So he had to fucking justify how old he was because he acted so fucking immature. And then I also perm banned him. He advertised SEM. All he really said was "Go Epidemic," which I guess in theory could have meant a lot of things. But I said, "Fuck you, you're a faggot," and I felt like perm banning him, so I perm banned him. And then he came to the website and he said, "I demand I am Indy33 to be demoted and unban me. I'm 21 years old." And whatever. So I think we perm banned him from the website. And then one day I also I saw on ZEM there was one player. I think I completely re-downloaded the fucking mod just to go laugh/talk to him. He was like, it was only him and 4 bots. He was like stacking on a roof, and he was still pretty mad. But since then I perm banned him. He's came back. He's still kind of a faggot, but he hasn't. He just learned to shut the fuck up. So I guess perm bans do work for something. But so this is all that. Even before we get into his gameplay style, what makes him the worst player in ZAM, and the reason I think of him as the worst player in ZAM is because you can name any map, and I will tell you where he camps, what he does, how he does it, and why he does it. If you go to fire range, the C3 stairways up to the big wooden building, he would just sit there. At the start, a zombie would come, he would shoot them, then he'd place a cade 6 or 7 people out of the spot already, and then they'd shoot his cades, then he would cry, and baby childish shit. He went to Cracked, he camped at the D3 house, same thing, stairway, wait for a zombie to come, like just sit there, hard scope the stairwell, and wait for a zombie to fucking come. So he can just spray them and put a cade right away. Didn't matter if there was 4 zombies, didn't matter if there was only 7 players in the mod. That was him, he would camp there. If it was Nuketown, he would sit right on top of the bed, he'd buy a C4 with his 50 MVP starter points, and he'd throw it out there, right by the entrance door. So unless a zombie had a 600 HP, or a Speedo, and flak jacket, there was no fucking way a zombie was getting to the door without a barricade getting placed there, because you just abused this 50 points you get at the start with the C4. So you can just see these fucking newbie tactics he does, and this is even before the timer starts. And then some people who actually they've seen him play and they know how he plays, they say, well, he was actually pretty good. He got a death machine here and there. He's got fucking 40, 50 kills, but he also did this all with just 7 players in the game because he just played for stats. And if he was a zombie, those people will just play for stats and they never play objective as zombies, so he would never do that. Um, right now, I'm looking at his ban history, and I just see a bunch of warnings for objective. And so he was one of those faggots, and he actually survived some, not all games, but he had some survive really good games. And some people were like, well, so how does that make him the worst player? Well, it's because if you would come to this mod, whether it be a year ago, 6 months ago, or 2 years from now, he would be doing people like him would be doing the same exact thing in the same exact spot, same exact way, and they wouldn't change. And whether whether you need to adapt to new situations in this mod. Otherwise, you're going to stay the same. You're going to stay as good or bad as you are. And that's the thing. Whether if you do come back 3 years from now, and he could perfect his position he does to the point, and he can survive every time, that still does not make him a better player, because you will never become a better player if you just do the same tactics as you every single time. Once you perfect the spot or you got a spot down, if you don't go try and adapt to other spots or completely new maps like we got in 1.8 now, you're just not going to get better, and you're going to stay as bad or good as you are all the time. And like I said, I like to try I've gone through around the map for every spot to try this, try that, try new spots, just so I can adapt and I can be ready for any situation. And it really honestly, it makes you better. It gives you more experience. And I guess experience over anything in this mod is what makes or breaks a person. But, if you just camp in the same spots and the same map all the time, you're never going to get better. And that's what this guy is. He's never going to get better. So that's why I just consider him the worst player in ZAM. And a fucking crybaby childish kid. And we need to get rid of that shit. So, saying that, in 1.8 maps, hopefully none of that shit can change. There's players who know what they're doing. I call it like the Tommy strategy. There's players who know what they're doing, and then they just go to a newbie spot that can just guarantee them 40, 50, 60, 100 kills if they want it. And I just wanted to get rid of that. So, I got the easy spots where, new players or players can get there to get easy kills, but they can't survive there. They need to work really, really hard if they want to survive in a spot like that in the same game. So it's going to make people hopefully individualize themselves more and learn to survive on their own or with one other person instead of relying on the big majority group of people, in the normal one PK spot in ZAM that there is. So, I don't fucking know when this video's ending now because it's all fucked up. So I'm just going to say, if you don't like a spot in 1.8, chances are it's just because you suck at it. And I kept in mind that, I wanted people to be able to, noobs to be able to get kills but not survive. I tried, in 1.8, I tried to make it so you have to earn your keep, basically. So if you don't fucking cage in a spot quick enough, yeah, you're going to die. If you don't work for the points, you don't work for the cage, you don't work for the kills, yeah, none of this easy, free, peasy bullshit that, you can't get limbed off of right away. So, that's it for this. I don't know how long, whatever, I'm fucking ending this. Peace the fuck out. Okay, we got about another minute of gameplay here. It is a bad job by me, I know, but, as I'm saying, this is a good solo spot. This is what I'm talking about where I'm camping right here. I guess if 8 people camped here, it would kind of be OP. Because you can't limb through the little fence. I guess if they prone or something. I don't know. But this is, what I'm talking about. I made small spots so people can survive alone if they want to survive alone. But not this one entrance bullcrap where everybody can easily survive for 10 minutes. So, as you can see here, I'm Kagan. I think I get K-limbed and then he prone under the fucking cage. But hopefully in 1.8 maps, you'll see better gameplay. Of course, not in VIP Weekend. So far, VIP Weekend, everybody fucking gets Speedo. They don't know what they're doing. They're ruining the spawn. I'm getting triple teamed, but at least it's not the old maps where they can just easily PK'd right at the start and survive because they had starter points. I can't stand. I never want to give everyone Speedo again. It's horrible. It's horrid. I'm dying out here. I'm getting triple teamed. Someone fucking save me. I just gotta go camp in some of my new spots, I guess. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you liked the maps. Hope you liked your VIP weekend. Hope you liked your Speedo. I'm not liking it, but peace the fuck out.